Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the most toxic game of Noita ever. I have been encountering just a huge number of huge vats of toxic sludge, and over the course of doing so, I have accidentally realized something. Oh, don't you dare blow up my vat. I need to use that vat to demonstrate important science information. Alright, we're gonna try it. You might notice that there's a lot of liquid around here. A lot of stuff has been going on. Let me show you what I have accidentally divined here. There we go. Oh no. You are also a threat to my science. Anyway, we have this big potion full of water. Look at this. This has probably happened on screen a bunch of times and I just didn't realize it was happening. You are very inconvenient. Is that thing actually dangerous to us if I don't shoot at it? Mostly the danger that it poses is that it bleeds acid, right? I'm gonna, here, I can show you over here maybe a little. This would be a much more dramatic way to do it. What I discovered is that if you pour water into toxic sludge, even just a little bit, look at that. It purifies a considerable amount of the sludge, and I think if we just leave it, it'll eventually turn it all. Which is interesting. It's not... I feel like we deal with toxic sludge so much, I don't know how... This must have happened on screen at some point. Let's refill our water potion while we're here. But that seems tremendously useful, right? For example, to make it safer for us to get this wand. This wand, in case you're wondering, is terrible garbage. I have no interest in. So all of this used to be toxic sludge. There were several big vats and pools of it everywhere. And at this point, most of it has been purified by the water potion that I got to start with. Can I get you to, just come away from the... Oh, that's a good idea. Let's stand underneath the thing that bleeds acid. I cannot believe these things are alive. So much acid must have rained down over them, you know? Just what are the odds? Okay, there we go. And unfortunately, I get none of the gold. Alright. Let's do this thing. This should be pretty dramatic, I think. Look at that. I feel like if that had happened on screen before, I feel like I would have noticed. I don't know. You know, sometimes I don't notice things. It does occasionally happen. Alright, let's just burn away this structure and access that wand there. And then I guess you guys are just in. I was planning to, play through the opening part of a run and get us set up. But too late. I learned one interesting thing, and now you're stuck with me for the rest of the hour. We've actually seen a ton of wands so far, and the stuff we have is not, terribly... fascinating. I mean, obviously, I'm always happy to have some magic missile, but for the number of wands that I've seen, I'm pretty unimpressed with what we've actually got equipped here. We shall see if perhaps this one is going to improve our luck a little bit. Okay, a whole bunch of magic arrow. Yeah, actually, that's very compelling. So, really fast cast delay, really fast recharge. Yeah, I think we're just going to straight up replace this thing. This is a great wand. A great starter wand. A great sort of, infinite combat wand. I have seen no traces of worms so far, but we're still pretty high up, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah, man, just, a lot of this on this map. A huge number of... first of all, actually, a lot of furniture as well, but also a ton of just toxic fuel for some reason. Or toxic sludge. That's a toxic sludge potion. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a bottle. We could just go get it because it's a bottle. Could turn it into water pretty easily. That is going to take forever to burn through, though. We'll just have a quick look around here. In the meantime. I wonder where all this furniture came from. Was this a place that people were living before? Is there a city of the dwarves somewhere nearby? And the slimes stole all of the furniture from there, maybe? Okay, so this is just going to be up above the oil pool, which we may as well burn. Oh, never mind. It's going to be mildly inconvenient to do so. And I mean, we don't necessarily have to go... This is a thing, right? With it being kind of tedious to go get the orbs on the surface every time, we don't necessarily have to. I just feel like 50 max HP is so valuable in Noita that it's very difficult to pass up. Plus, also, the game clearly cares about you having orbs, which makes me feel like it's an important thing that is worth doing. We may as well just clear the path to that, because we can refill our water immediately anyway. Yeah, man, that's a really useful tool for exploring in this area, because I feel like we do see a lot of like tubs of toxic sludge, even in places where there wasn't a big vat of it naturally. There's a lot of enemies that, wow, that's nice. A lot of enemies that produce a lot of toxic sludge, sort of incidentally. Electrostone, are you easy to get? Yeah, okay. You might be fun to have. Now see, in this case, we've got peat on top of this. Where does peat come from? This was actually the vat of toxic sludge where I saw it happen first. Because I accidentally sprayed a bunch of water in there while I was putting out a great big fire that I started on my own clothing. You know, these things happen. Damn it, I was trying to kick that. Okay, it'll get there. That'll burn through and reveal that portal pretty quickly. Not that we're necessarily going to use that portal. How the hell do you get through here? So I know that randomness, any true randomness is going to tend to look streaky to the human eye. A lot of people have a real hard time with the perception of randomness because they feel like randomness is not fair. And something about the human brain is like, well, if I roll a six-sided die 6 times, it's pretty likely I should see all 6 numbers, right? But, you know, that's obviously not really the case. I mean, we may as well start the process here, right? That is so cool. That is easily as satisfying as watching the oil pools burn up. Let's make sure that we refill. So probably we're not actually seeing like a themed area or anything. Probably it's just the game decided to generate furniture and toxic sludge a couple times arbitrarily, and I'm attributing something more significant to that. But it is weird that this whole first area has just been like vats of sludge and also abandoned cupboards and chaise lounges. I mean, you're not going to be able to put out an oil fire by spraying water on it. I want the gold, but you know what? You know what? It's not worth it. I'm at 37 health, and I have 1,000 gold. 1,000 of your human dollars. Are we human? Is that a thing? Do we have any reason to believe necessarily that we are human? Man, this weapon. This is maybe one of the strongest early game wands we've found in a while. I think we can push left a little bit. So we have not discovered, actually, any levitation or acceleration, so we may not even have the option of doing the tedious, mechanically correct thing. We're just going to have to live without all the bonus health. Which does make it even more important that we explore around here and get any health upgrades that there are to find. And someday we will kill that big spooky alchemy ghost. It will happen. But it looks like it is not this day. No. Aw. Ambrosia does seem useful, but the big problem with carrying around potions for utility is that I am not thoughtful enough to use them. I never think, oh, hold on, let me go utilize my potion. I get very absorbed in, let's kill things with wands. It is fundamentally a wand-killing game. I have great concern. Can we go past this, maybe? I don't want to go near that toxic barrel while it's on fire. I feel like a thing is going to happen there. Damn it. I just shoot my treasure off into oblivion here. Wow, the damage output of this wand is awesome, but you do have to actually hit your enemies with it. What is this? Okay, it's Invisibilium. For a second there, I was wondering if this was maybe the blue stuff. But no, we tried Invisibilium on meat, I'm pretty sure. And in fact, there's some over here, so if it were going to convert into a draft of Midas, it would have happened already. I'm still very curious where that comes from. What that pixel of blue was. Unless that pixel of blue was... No, because the actual draft of Midas itself was gold, as you would imagine, from its name and purpose. So yeah, that's a mystery. A mystery that still needs to be solved. Not needs to be. It's not like money is usually our problem. Have you ever noticed in video games where there is an alchemy system or where the subject matter is about alchemy or something? It's kind of a funny coincidence. They're almost always designed in such a way that the characters involved don't even really care about gold. Like, getting an infinite amount of gold doesn't even seem relevant to their goals. Sort of a weird... You know, a circle of transmogrification I can see being useful. Don't exactly know what that is. And then we got a bunch of dumb garbage here. Circle of displacement might be interesting. But yeah, I kind of don't want most of this stuff. So, casts a spell from the closest enemy. That's really interesting. There are a number of spells that I do not usually feel safe casting, you know, when we're right up on them, that obviously this makes way cooler. We could put it on a Circle of Displacement wand and just you know, just cast get out of here on enemies at a distance. I think let's pull these. We're just going to go into the next area like this and hope to find some more interesting wands, and then we'll build something past this next biome. When you pick a perk, there's a 50% chance the others won't disappear. I'm going to take this. Hey, it worked. Wand radar. Okay. And then we'll just, I tested this already, right? After you've taken the wands, buying stuff doesn't get you more wands. We'll take this downstairs and we'll maybe do some re-rolling. Hi! Maybe do some re-rolling down there. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty mighty here. I think we're in good shape. I think we could probably do the get more wands area over here to the... Boy, that's inconvenient. Did you know everything is always fire? Always. That's the Noita guarantee. I actually got stuck on that roof and panicked a little bit, but it turned out to be really good for us. I've been slimed. Oh, that's going to be a problem. So I'm not doing a great job of managing our very powerful tools here. Also, that enemy I just shot a lot of projectiles through him in a way that's very annoying. He probably should have been damaged by some of those. Okay, so that's a lot more damage than we should have taken from that group of enemies. But also, damn, every time we got near dealing with anything, a whole bunch more stuff had to show up. I feel like that happens a lot in this area of the game. Get these, like, long chains of encounters. Oh, you know what? If there's a big pool of water up here, we may as well refill. And hey, look at this. My desire to refill has led us to... Oh, it's one of those houses. Yeah. You know what? I don't need this thing. We'll just do that, and then we'll do this. Okay, and while that's purifying, we'll take a magical house thing. I want to see what happens if you're inside it when it forms. Because, like, the purpose of that explosive box that formed in it was probably so that you could get out, right? So I'm very curious about this thing. Oh, we have a wand nearby. Mustn't ignore the wand radar. Well, it does have 4 spells per cast. It has an extremely long recharge time, though, on it. So if you put on 4 things that are interesting, you really gotta... they gotta solve the problem immediately when they are fired. Alright, so we are reaching the area. Let's just blow this up right now, if we can. Okay. I mean, do we want to just... let's just back off and test the little hut thing now. Oh. Huh. Why is this chest floating? Are you a mimic? You were a mimic. Can I open you now that you're dead? No. Wild, though, that it didn't attack us. So I'm kind of looking for a flat surface to put the house on. I guess maybe that's not 100% necessary. Could you please not be a fire anymore? It's a clever approach. For real, could you cut it out? Why is it so impossible to put out fire in this damn game? Stop. You're completely submerged in water. Just stop. Okay. Now I'm inside the house. Oh! Those green bouncy bolts healed me. Okay. That's a cool thing. I wish I had understood a little bit better what it was for, because that, you know, we could have done that when we were at lower health. But alright, I'm not mad about that. That's good information. Let's just let this refill. Alright, let's go find some loot. Got him. Oh. Let's just not get near those. And it looks like the humid air is definitely having an effect on our... It's certainly having an effect on our projectiles, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been with some of them. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Huh. It changed back off of the water after I switched to the water. Get him, guys. Threw my egg down there in the hopes of... Oh, all of the water is being converted to... Was there acid somewhere? Something must have emitted a lot of acid upon dying. Maybe it was the ant? Let's make sure we're refilling here. Okay, weird. Well, that's damage I wish I hadn't taken. Okay, anyway. Back to that wand up here. Is this the thing where I'm going to need to magic missile a little bit, maybe? Oh, that didn't... Okay, that's kind of revealing. This is probably going to be easier to access from the left, actually. What are you? Eldritch Portal? I mean, a one-way portal to a sinister realm. When we cast that, it is of course going to end our game, right? We're gonna Eldritch Portal to a place and get horribly murdered in that place. I don't think I want an unstable teleportation potion. Nor do I want this wand. Cast delay negative... Wait. How does that work? Does this go back in time and cast stuff before you... The projectile hits before you fired it? Get him, minion! Yeah, the humidity is causing some minor issues. But as long as we keep these things grounded, I think we can keep them slightly out of tentacle range. And, like, our actual damage output is quite solid. Stop running away, you coward. That's my tactic, and I don't like it when other people use it. I'm very protective of my tactical secrets. Yeah, you're not actually terribly effective in this environment, unfortunately. So that's... Okay, you know what? Man, that's good. Sorry, is our buddy dead? I think he got killed by the other one. That's just pockets of flammable gas. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, let's make sure we've burned that off. Give me my money. Not that we need it at all, but still give it to me. Okay, first heart of the run. Definitely worth coming over here. I should probably get that levitation too. It is weird how sometimes pools of liquid convert really quickly, and sometimes it takes a very long time. It definitely seems to be the case that the higher up in the pool a pixel is, the longer it takes to flip states. Tiny little pieces of terrain. Very awkward. Wow. I am shocked that that was close enough to deal damage to me. At all. Certainly that much damage. Oh, God. I don't really know how to fight these things. Like, you just gotta hope that the projectile that hits the shield first and dissipates it doesn't also hit you in the face. Lead teleportation and get the hell out of here. Nope. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Oh, except that we're still teleporting. And I teleported in front of a bullet that had already been fired. That feels like it's not my fault. That is a death that I do not claim. Well, this is pretty solid tactics on the part of our nemesis, though. Alright, that's going to have to be it for us for today. thank you all so much for watching. I think this is going to be the format for a while. One run per day. We are slowly learning things. We are slowly getting better at manipulating our environment. And someday, perhaps, we'll be able to consistently get past the 3rd biome. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, that is exactly what we will be working on. And we'll see you then.